back in 5. Evening all. Right guys, welcome to another exciting fun-filled episode of watching me sit in the field drink beer. I'm going to do a really simple setup today. I just need to get out. I didn't get camping last week, so after my last 2 videos, which were all about air tents and dramas and that, I just want to do something nice and simple and easy. So I'm going to do a tarp camp, probably one of my favourite bits of kit. It's so versatile. The reason I had to unload my stuff and just shoot over across the way to work was to pick up a couple of bits. I didn't bring any water, so I had to go and steal some from work. Also, where we are at the museum, there was an auto jumble a few days ago, and I came in and as you do, you buy things that you don't need. So I got myself a really good quality socket set. Let's see. Oh, can you see that? I don't want to tip it in case it goes everywhere. 30 quid. And it's I don't know which brand it is, but it is really heavy, and as Boris says, weight is a sign of reliability. Also, I picked up this. It's a luggage rack, which I've obviously got that, but I was thinking I could just use a couple of what do you call it, hose clips, like Jubilee clips, and make that extended for when I go to rallies, etc. This was a £5, so if I use it or don't use it, it's no real loss. But this is actually off a Triumph Tiger Cub, which is a 60s bike, and strangely enough, my dad used to ride one of them back in the 60s when he on the L plates when he was a teenager. But the best bit of kit which I picked up, well, actually Steve bought me it. We were looking, he's a big Only Fools and Horses fan just like me, so we saw a load of these metal signs. There you go, Jolly Boys outing. And a bit of trivia for you, this was actually David Jason's favourite episode, so Steve bought it for me to say thanks for all the dinners that I make him. And guess who I'm cooking for tonight as well? Starving Steve. Anyway, I'm going to get set up and be back in a bit. Gotta be one of the quickest setups I've ever done. Nice and simple. I'll give you the grand tour of Casa de Off the Beaten Track. So literally it's going to be the quickest tour ever. So I've got my DD Tarp. It's the big one. Is it 4x4? I think it is. As I've said before, you can get the smaller one, but why? If it's too big, just fold it down a bit. You know, it don't need to be this big. So I was, as you saw, going to run it off my sissy bar, but it was a bit lower. It wouldn't have been that much of a problem. It's just you sort of would have been, your nose would have been pushed against it. So I found this nice log. There's always a log, and the trees behind me, and that'll suffice. I've got that self-inflating mattress. Oh, what make is it? What's that? Trail Outdoor Leisure. It's a generic cheapo one off Amazon, but it's actually the double one, so it's meant to be for 2 people. But as I said before, you don't get a lot of cushioning in them. So if you can get the double one and fold it over, and it sorts you out. The only problem is it does take up quite a bit of space, so if I was away at a rally of that, it's not really ideal for that. Yeah, I've got my sissy bar bag, which I've just laid down flat. Actually, it's turning into more of just a normal standard bag. I might have to make another sissy bar bag. And as you can see tonight, we're cooking on, I was going to say cooking on gas, we're not, we're cooking on charcoal. I don't know if these are any good. These are the heat logs. These weigh an absolute ton. I was in Aldi earlier on, and it was cold this morning, so I was wondering how I'm going to keep myself warm. So we'll see how they work. I've got a little fire pit net thing. I've used it once, to my shame, so I'm going to see if I can cook on charcoal on it. There is some logs about, but you're not really meant to have fires here, and to be honest, it's all like sort of fur and stuff, so it's just going to like be all sappy and sparky and that. So I've got this fire net, which I'll put up in a bit, and I've also got my TJM Metalworks fire anchor, which again I have only used once. It's an absolute shame. I don't know if I said in my last video, but I'm currently working on a set of new saddlebags. These were ones I made years ago when I was just getting into leather work, and they do the job, but they're a bit rough and ready. The new ones are going to be a lot more refined. I've learnt a few techniques and things since then, as you do, and they're also going to be brown, so they'll match my brown leather theme that's going on. Do you know the best thing about simple setups? You can get on the beer earlier. Right guys, a quick tip which I didn't know myself until a few years ago. So when you're putting your bike on soft ground, you want to put it on something to spread the weight a bit, so that's why we all carry these plastic pucks, they're called, for putting on your side stand so it doesn't sink into the ground. It's not too bad here, it'll probably be alright, but it's better be safe than sorry. If you don't have one of them, just flatten the beer can and stick it under, or get a flat stone or a flat piece of wood. However, if you've got these pucks, most of them have like a little hole in them, and the problem is when you ride off, everybody forgets them, so you can always find these lying around rally fields afterwards. But the hole is actually for putting a length of string or cord through, so put that through, wrap it around one of your grips of your handlebars, so when you're all done, you packed up, get on your bike, put your side stand up, and then you can use the string to lift up your puck and stick it in your jacket, ready for your next rally. Yep, guess what time it is? Cheers. Oh, guess what I'm about to say. Yeah. Best part of the camp. Oh, that was nice. Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? I've worked my 5 early shifts this week, and it's been lovely blue skies, lovely sunny weather, short-sleeved weather. Your first day off, overcast and a bit chilly. Never mind, at least it's not raining. Oh, gone and jinxed it. Nah, it's meant to be dry until the weekend, and then it's changing again. What we got here? This is another Aldi special. Memphis Boulevard IPA, grapefruit infused, 6.5%. It's alright. These hipster Aldi beers used to be a lot cheaper. They've all £1.60 upwards sort of now. They're not cheap at all, but they're nice. And why not go mad, treat yourself, you're on holiday. Never noticed that before. Don't know if it's new. Nice touch though. Old Rover. Good nick. Love those leather bench seats. So again, I've gone the far side of the field. The museum is quite busy. It's actually Easter holidays for the schools at the minute, so there's loads of kids and that about, which is great. It's good to see because it's a charity, the museum, so yeah, it's nice to see it busy. And also, when I spoke to them yesterday about camping, I mean, I camp nearly every other week here, they said, yeah, no problem, you're going to be sharing the field with a father and son who are also camping. So I said, yeah, whatever, I'll just go to the far side so I don't disturb them. I was packing my bike about the garage earlier on. I was talking to my neighbour and he said, oh, you off somewhere nice? I said, yeah, just round to the museum for a camp. And he goes, yeah, that's where Jack and I are going. So it's actually Steve and Jack, my neighbours, who are going. So if you're watching this, big shout out to Steve and Jack. Hope you have a great night. I'll probably see you later on. I'm toying with the idea of my next project of making one of those lean-to tents that run off your bike. So there are ones on the market you can buy, like the Wingman of the Road, probably the most famous one, but it's really bulky, and to be honest, I don't really like the look of it, you know. But I've seen other ones that are more of a triangular shape that run off the side of your bike. But I think I'll make one out of canvas. Yeah, see, full of good ideas, me. God, the IPA went down far too quickly. So, what am I on? I'm gonna try a Aldi special pear cider. I'm not sure if I've had this before. To be honest, I'm not a big cider drinker. I'm just, when it's, you know, it's warm and you just want something nice and refreshing. Taurus pear cider, 4.4%. Let's go for it. Not bad, actually. I don't know if it's just me. Like I'm not a big fan of apple cider or fruit ciders, but quite partial to the odd pear cider. One or two, a bit too sweet to be going nuts for too long. But they are a nice change, if you like. Oh, just sitting here catching some rays through the clouds. You know, I was watching the Hairy Bikers, R.I.P. Dave. Last night they were up north. I think they were up in Yorkshire, and one of the things that was quite stuck with me, they were sat just having a brew, just sat in the chairs outside, and I'm not sure which one of them said it, but he said, you know, we seem to have lost the art of just sitting. And it's, I think that's true, isn't it? Almost the days when you could just sit and look at the sky or the trees, or just sit and relax. Nowadays everybody's got their phone, their smartphone out, or their tablet out, or their, you know, they've got to have the TV on or something like that. There's got to be something said for just being able to sit. Just sit. I know I'm sounding like an old man, but honestly, yeah, just nice to chill, put your thoughts in order. Yeah, just take it nice and slow. So I thought before I had too many beers, I better set up the cooking system for tonight. So as you can see, I have used it before, thanks to the ash on my fingers. I've no idea what to make this is. I think it's again one of these generic things that you can buy on the eBay or Amazon or even the Facebook marketplace. I've used it once before. I don't know how many more uses I'm going to get out of it before this mesh gives up the ghost. But if you're at a campsite where you're not allowed fires, or it's got to be contained or anything like that, it's perfect because it sits off the ground, so you're not going to scorch the grass, or the risk of a major fire is minimal. And actually the wood on it burns really well because it can draw the air from underneath as well. I've got charcoal tonight, as I said, so I was going to use the little UGO or Yugo or whatever you call it, grill that I've used the last few camps, but I thought try something different. So we're going to have the charcoal on this net, this fire net, and use my TJM Metalworks fire anchor to put the burgers on above it. So this silvery coloured tree is actually birch, and the actual bark on it, the sort of, what you call it, the skin or the outer bark, is really good for starting fires. So if you do get a chance, without damaging it obviously, take off some of the bark that's coming away, and keep it in your fire lighting kit. You know, as always in nature, only take what you need, don't go skinning the whole tree. So these TJM Metalworks fire anchors, I'll put the link in the description, but the TJM is a British company, and the guy that sells them, everything's really good quality. I think you might have seen it in one of my videos before, a hammock camp. I think that was ages ago now. As I said, I haven't used it nearly enough. It's just difficult because a lot of places you can't have fires, so you end up cooking on the gas. But yeah, we'll have a charcoal barbecue tonight, and hopefully I'll be alright. Right, I'm either going to look really clever, really stupid. I have absolutely no idea if these are instant light or not. They're not instant light. So what we got there, the Hop Foundry, the Misfits Wonky Fruit Beer, 4.5%. Beer fruit, oh, I can't even speak. Beer brewed with fruit and fruit puree. Sweet forest fruits with a sour touch from cherry, sessionable, light, easy drinking. Anyway, well, the proof's in the pudding, so let's give her a bash. It's very fruity. It smells like jam. Oh, no thanks. I'll drink it, but I don't think I'll be having that one again. Let's not be too hasty. Tastes like fizzy strawberry jam. Sort of a giveaway really, a strawberry on the thing. Yeah. Well, it's called the Misfits. Do you reckon that's made with the fruit that doesn't quite meet the supermarket quality control, so it's a bit odd shaped or the wrong size, so it's used to make beer? I mean, it's drinkable. It's not bad, but it's yeah, it's just not me. Right, so I know this pot hanger wasn't for hanging bacon medallions on, but It's actually going to perform a duty, a service. Oh, shit, that's hot. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Superman. What's this news then?
I was going about 50, and all of a sudden this car come roaring up behind me. So what's all that about? So put my toe down and blew him away. Got about 3 bends in front of him, and next thing the blue lights come on. Thing, right? But it has to be at 50 ohms on the meter, and that's when it shuts the outlet valve. And what it was doing.
Just be careful, some people might find. And then I would have thought, okay, but instead of take the caliper off, take the brake pads out, and leave it soaking in something like soaking in diesel.
See,
diesel's basically oil, isn't it? Very thin oil.
I put a question on the website because there's a special website. Because of what Trump's done in America, they reckon that interest rates are going to plummet.
A little cheeky whiskey after dinner. Cheers. Not bad. peaty. So when I went to Aldi earlier to pick up my food, my burgers and my beers and what you have here, I realised I hadn't got any whiskey. I forgot my hip flask. So I just lifted their whiskey, which is £14 for aged 8 years Highland Black. It's a Scotch, which I don't often drink Scotch. Blended Scotch whisky as well, not even a single malt, and it's actually quite smooth.
I fear what comes after. We'll hold on for better days. Let our past begin to shatter.
Ah, what a nice evening. You know what? I've got some stuff downloaded on my phone that I could be watching or doing whatever. You know, I've just sat here, watched the sky, watched the fire, you know, it's just nice. As any old squatty will tell you, Hexie Block TV, there's always something good on.
Times like these, they come and go, so let this feeling grow. Finally see always known, so
morning campers. Actually slept not too bad in the end. I sort of faded quite quickly last night when it got dark. I think maybe a couple of whiskies had something to do with that as well. But it's quite chilly this morning, but to be honest, underneath that Plough point tarp in the sleeping bag, it weren't half as cold as it feels this morning. Those well, any air mattress, it seems to give you a bit more insulation between you and the ground, because the air sort of traps the heat, whereas if you're on the cot bed, there's no sort of thermal protection on it. You've got to put something on top of it. But yeah, quite a pleasant night. That fire pit, as you saw, is really good. Yeah, it's cheap, and you're probably not going to get too many uses out of it, but it did its trick. Perfect for this sort of thing where you're not really allowed to fire. I mean, I'm just going to tip the ashes over by the river and use my boot to blend in the ones that have fallen on the floor, and no one will ever know. Yeah, perfect. And as you saw, nice, simple to cook on as well. And the good thing about a simple setup like this is there's hardly any packing up involved. So I am going to pack up now. It's just gone 7 o'clock. I was awake really early. For some reason, the museum seems to have classic FM that came on at 5:30 in the morning, really loud. So we got woken up to the sound of, is it John Williams' Deer Hunter theme? It's not a bad thing to wake up to, I suppose, but 5:30 in the morning, come on. Yeah, so guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's just a nice, simple one. I needed it as much as some people need to go to the pub. This is my pub, so I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Ride often, ride safe. See you later. Come and go, so let this feeling grow. Finally see what we